Good evening, everyone. Ty again, and welcome back to Ty's Take. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get right into it because actually I have somebody coming to come get these shoes in a moment. So one of the first videos I want to make for you guys is some pickups that I picked up, some shoes that I picked up, I should say, um, over the past few years, just to kind of give you guys some idea of my style and also how my style has evolved. Okay, so with that, let's get into it. So the first pair, we're going to start off with something a little bit kind of a more everyday sneaker. This is by Vince, and this sneaker is really nice. With Vince, you can size it down, but what I love about Vince, this particular sneaker, is number one, it's obviously in style with the whole idea of the white sneaker look. I love the front, as you can see, which kind of has that sort of neat little hint of suede, which you find in a lot of popular brands like Golden Goose, except this is only a fraction of the cost. And yet the craftsmanship is still pretty amazing. And one of the more amazing things about Vince is just how minimal their shoes are, not only from the outside, but from the inside. So the inside lining is basically the same as the outside lining. And it's very comfortable, it's very minimal, it's very beautiful. So I'm gonna miss these, but this is I forgot the name of the brand. I don't think this is the Prescott, but guys, feel free to leave a comment below. But yes, this is Vince. Next pair of shoes that I wanted to show you guys, people who know me know I'm a Southerner. I love to wear my boots. This is a brand out of Los Angeles called OROLA. This is handcrafted in Spain. It's a beautiful, beautiful sort of Western looking boot. Very soft, very plush type of suede. As you can see, I got a lot of mileage out of this particular shoe. I am flat-footed. I promise I'll make another video about that. Definitely not worth getting into and embarrassing myself on my first video, but a lot of usage out of this shoe. And it really, one of the shoes that kind of got me thinking about getting your shoes resold, even brand new shoes. You know, the lifetime of your shoe really depends on not only how you take care of it, but also how you prepare to use it for the first time ever, right? So this one's really nice. It has the sort of harness YSL sort of look, which I'm actually going to get to in a second. But just very neat, very soft, very nice, very handcrafted. And again, the interior, just really good, very nice Vincetta calfskin leather. So you can't beat it. And again, the brand is called ORO, O-R-O, out of Los Angeles, ORO, Los Angeles. Okay. The next pair of shoes, and guys, please forgive me, I got to jump off camera here for a second. All right, this is one of my first cool pair of dress shoes that I have. This is by Magnanni. It's a really nice brand, and sorry that it's a little dirty, but yes, this brand is Magnanni. It's a brand that you can find really at any sort of Nordstrom Rack, Saks Fifth Avenue. And even though I've worn this shoe a little bit, I always like to hold on to things like the paper, things like my box, dust bags. I'm going to do another video about hanging on to your accessories and making brands such as this, very nice shoes, last you a long time, because brands like Magnanni, you know, while it may not have the name brand, such as some of the other shoes I'm going to talk about, these are shoes that can last a very, very long time. And I mean, obviously you can't smell it, but the leather is just phenomenal. It has this beautiful suede back here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Very soft, very plush calfskin. As you guys can see, I'm not exactly the smallest person, and yet these shoes feel very plushy to me, even after walking for a very long time. And what I really also like about these shoes is it has the whole cut profile on it. And if you are a shoe connoisseur, you know, having your shoes hole cut is pretty cool. It's kind of a big deal. It's just one big, and for those of you who don't know, hole cut means they take one big piece of leather and they just cut it and they sew it in the back. So it just gives this sort of elegant, clean, sort of seamless look. Very nice. And you can see by the creasing on the vamp, I've worn this a little bit. And again, apologize for the markings. I probably should have had this clean before I put it on. But again, this is my first video, so hopefully you guys give me a moment. But anyway, very nice whole cut dress shoe by Magnanni. The next pair I want to show you guys is a pair of high top sneakers from YSL. These are really nice. They don't particularly make this particular style anymore by Yves Saint Laurent. I mean, first of all, nowadays it's not even called Yves Saint Laurent. It's just called Saint Laurent. But also, I just love the profile of it. These shoes have been around for a very, very long time. As you can see, the old school kind of off-white kind of creamy sole. It's very beautiful, very nice. And also it's very rare. This sort of crinkled patent leather is just something you just don't find anymore in shoes like this. It's phenomenal. Lots of wear out of it. I've worn this plenty of times. Just can't say enough about this shoe. So this is my YSL high top. Now we're going to start to get into stuff that's a little bit more similar brand, but a little bit crazier, okay? The first pair is by Moncler. Now I like these shoes. These particular shoes are special to me because I wore these a few times traveling, but I also wore these at one of my previous jobs, and maybe I'll talk about that one day, but it was definitely one of the more tougher times in my life. And I went out on an event to celebrate with a former coworker and friend. She had just become a legal citizen, so I love these. Anyway, very nice patent leather. And again, just kind of going with the whole grungy, worn out look that's in style these days. But you can still actually see the signature trademark distinction of Moncler, the idea of the sort of French colors, stripes, even though it's an Italian company, but has French origins. The distinctive lacing is pretty cool. And what I love about these shoes, these are probably the most comfortable pairs of shoes I have. And in fact, they are. I'm just gonna go on record and say it. I mean, it is literally like bouncing your feet up and down on a very nice mattress, or very nice seats like a Range Rover or something. I love these shoes. I've had these for a while, but sadly I'm getting ready to part from them, and they're gonna find a new home with other people, but or someone else, not other people, sorry. But anyway, so these are really cool, very edgy. These are by Moncler. So my next pair that I want to share with you guys is by Christian Louboutin. So these are really nice. These are the Louis high top. Oh, I could be saying the name wrong. Guys, please feel free to correct me in the chat. And again, please bear with me. This is my first time doing this video, but very nice. Kind of, again, sort of the loafer stitching on the front. Now, I will do another video about Louboutin, I promise, but unfortunately, it's not the most comfortable brand, even for sneakers. I mean, again, what I liked about these shoes is, it has these sort of different astrologies, signs on them. I have no idea what they mean. And I'm not a person that likes to look up at the stars. So I think that's a lion. Anyway, it's really beautiful. I love these shoes. And then of course you got the red bottom here, and there it is. I put a little extra cushion here to kind of hurt, kind of protect my feet. And again, Louboutins are not the most comfortable shoes. They just aren't. But I really like them. One time I wore them with my girlfriend, and she just kind of looked at my feet like, "What are you wearing?" So there's also that. It's pretty neat. Anyway, these are again the Louis Louis high top shoes by Christian Louboutin. Last but not least, speaking of heel, all right, try not to judge me on this. Remember, people's styles evolve. My style has evolved. I don't wear these types of shoes anymore, but this is an OG Chelsea boot by YSL. This is the Tommy. And what I like about this shoe, this was the shoe that was designed when Tom Ford was the creative director. Let's see if we can kind of zoom in here. It is some of the most softest leather that you will ever feel. I mean, and no knock on YSL. I do like YSL as a brand, but like most high-end companies, you know, they have to meet margins. They have to have some sort of profit. And so as you will definitely learn, as brands, regardless of how much they cost, not all brands, but many brands, they've just kind of cut back on their quality in later years versus this particular boot, which is back from 2008. So I've had this a very long time. But I mean, you can just see the quality craftsmanship that you won't find in a newer brand. For instance, and I'm going to show you guys one in a second as my last pair, but even this sort of leather pull, right? As you put your shoe on, you can zip it up. I mean, it's just very nice. It's very elegant. I just love everything about this shoe. It's really nice. It's very beautiful. And again, I've had it for a long time. I think I'm going to depart with this pretty soon. But that, and also, as you can see, it's this heel I think is about 2.5 inches. It's a bit high. And that was the other thing. My style just kind of evolved. I didn't want to keep wearing a shoe that I just don't think represents who I am as I get older, right? And so you'll hear me talk about this again, but I cannot stress to you guys enough. Wear what you find is comfortable, regardless of what other people say, and understand that, you know, your style can evolve. You can continue to have shoes that are nice and edgy like this, or you can have something that's a little bit more low profile, but still has kind of some swag to it like these, right? Sorry, I've already undid the buckles, but it all depends on who you are as a person. Don't let anybody, because of their perception of you, change how you feel about yourself and what you want to wear. That gets me to a last part that I want to try to share with you guys. This is also by YSL. And again, I really like this shoe. As you can see, I wore it, but not too much. Again, I like to hold on to my paper. Call me weird, but so this is a really nice boot. This is back when Heidi Samain was the creative director or creative designer for Saint Laurent. And speaking of, this is actually Saint Laurent. As you can see, can we zoom in there? There we go. So it's no longer Yves Saint Laurent like all the previous ones that you saw. This is full on Saint Laurent. So this is a more newer brand. And I'm going to take this paper out, but even still, I can already feel, you know, the quality. I mean, and don't get me wrong, with nice shoes like this, expensive shoes like this, you're still going to get very nice leather. It's very soft, or it's soft-ish. The exterior is very durable. This will last for a very long time, provided that you take care of it. But when I feel the softness compared to the old Johnny boot, you know, it's like night and day. This part up here tends to hurt a little more around the ankle, whereas this part of the boot for the Johnny just kind of feels more relaxed, and it just kind of fits like a glove around my feet and around my ankles, right? Whereas this tends to hurt a little bit more. That being said, it's still a hell of a boot. I like it. I like it a lot. So again, this is the Chelsea boot, like high ankle Chelsea boot by Saint Laurent. And again, guys, forgive me, I don't really know my name or my boot types. I know the name brands, but I don't know the model types, I should say. So I think this is the Heidi 45. I could be wrong. Again, feel free to leave comments in the chat. And with all that, I think that's about it for today. So thank you guys for coming to my channel. Thank you guys for checking out these shoes and just understanding how people's styles evolve. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great weekend. And until then, Cheers.